This is the play-in match for the Sensei Grand Prix Finals. Grandpa Chad is through to the finals and the 3 other golfers tied for second, so we are doing a 3-hole match to determine which of these golfers will be going to the finals. As always, the Spoko Square Casino has given you $100 Nintendo to bet. These are the odds for the outright win in today's play-in match. Alright folks, after a crazy 4th round, we have a 3-way tie for second. The winner of this match will go through to the finals to face off against Grandpa Chad in an 18-hole match. First golfer up to tee, Sensei with a red bar. That's a bit of a lucky red bar because it didn't swing like far to one side. It kind of just stayed in the middle, so he can still putt this for birdie. Obviously it's no hole in one, which is what you would want, but the fact that he red barred it, it's a decent spot to be. Oh my goodness, and Sensei Jr. doing the exact same thing. Also lucky because the red bar didn't go off to one side. So both players tried to get full power 7 with backspin. We will see what Mrs. Sensei will do here. Okay, so she's going under full power, no backspin. Not gonna risk the red bar, but that's actually not that good of an approach. Maybe she should have gone backspin there. She's gonna be 20 feet away. This isn't a difficult putt, and there were no hole-in-ones there. So, assuming all 3 golfers make these putts, it will be tied on -1. You don't want to fall behind like any amount of strokes because it's only 3 holes to determine the winner, and that also means that if you can get a chip in somewhere or hole-in-one somewhere, even just 1 extra stroke, that would likely win you the match. So. Don't know, this is a random seed, so we don't know what the remaining 2 holes are going to be. We will find out here momentarily, but Mrs. Sensei and Sensei, their putts are in for birdie. Maybe those red bars were just a little bit of nerves. I mean, this is like win or go home. So 3 birdies there, and we have 20 and 14. Wow, these are 2 interesting holes. First of all, we have 20, which is a special hole, and I do wonder, it is a strong headwind, but I believe you can still make it past the cliff here with this wind. Which you can, okay. So, now chipping onto the green is going to be hard. The wind's going to be a bit of a headwind, just a little bit. But still, I think that'll mean you cannot go full power 5-iron, which is honestly a normal and safe strategy. So, I think we're going to see all 3 golfers club up to a 3-iron to get onto the green. And then they're going to have to be really precise with the power. And of course the wind, I mean, it's going to be a crosswind, so.
Nice shot.
By no means is birdie guaranteed. You would expect birdie for sure from all these golfers, but it's not guaranteed. Because even if you don't put it in close, even if you do put it in within 10 feet, the green is still tricky to putt on here on these special holes. So let's see what Mrs. Sensei is going to do. 3-iron in hand, adjusting quite a lot for the wind, I would think. I mean, it's kind of a mix. It's like a mix of right to left and, or left to right, excuse me, and headwind, so 171, need the 3-iron here, pin at the near side, so we will see backspin, it looks like.
Nice shot.
Okay, not too bad of an approach. Actually, all things considered, 12 foot, but again, like 12 feet away, but that's not like a free putt or anything, because the pin is kind of right at the bottom of a little bowl. Or a cirque. C-I-R-Q-U-E, does that count as a cirque? I don't know, I'll have to ask Google that one.
Nice approach. Nice shot.
Okay, I mean obviously it's not a literal cirque, but the shape of a cirque. A half open, steep-sided hollow. Which, for where the pin is, I mean, you could make an argument that in the mildest sense, oh no, ooh, okay. As I was distracted by grammar, Sensei Jr. misses his putt, and I was just finished saying that, like, you really can't fall even 1 stroke behind anywhere. That's a birdie from Mrs. Sensei. 14 is next, remember, and I mean, come on, like, in all likelihood, it's going to be 3 eagles and Junior will be eliminated. But, okay, Sensei makes that, so it's going to be
Nice birdie.
2 under for Mrs. and Sensei. Wow, 1 under for Junior.
Nice par.
Yeah, there it is. So, man, heartbreaking if you are a Sensei Junior fan or a Sensei Junior better. Bet or better. Okay. Yeah, with the wind's quite a bit of a tailwind. You could easily blast it through the trees, and the momentum would probably... When you're going to clip the tree, no matter what. But the momentum should carry you far enough to where you clear the rough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not bad at all. So... I mean, I actually didn't get a look at the pin position. You could obviously like, go around with this wind. The pin's actually not being guarded by the bunker, so... I mean, if you wanted, you could go around. You don't have to carry the water here. And even, like, full power driver, if you go around,
Nice shot.
would... For stroke 2, driver off the deck, that would still get you onto the green. You'd have enough power. Ooh, cutting it a bit close there, landing just barely in the fairway. But again, like, if you know you can carry the water, make it onto the fairway. With this wind, there's not really an advantage of going around.
Nice shot.
Especially a right to left wind. It would make it a little more difficult. But it's not a problem. All these golfers are going to be chipping. Probably 5-iron if I had to guess. Full power would be enough. I think full power with no backspin would be a good play here. You could also go 3-iron with backspin. But I think that would be maybe a little bit unnecessary here. We will see what Sensei Junior does.
Nice shot.
Alright, full power 5, no backspin. Okay. So, probably would not have got it there, but he was pretty far to the left there. Sensei next, he's going under full power. He got better adjustment. But that is not even close to enough power. Wow, and he is in the bunker. And all of the sudden, if you think about it this way, Mrs. Sensei has a chance to win. Because if she puts this for eagle, she would beat Sensei Junior. If Sensei misses his chip, putts for birdie, he would lose to Mrs. Sensei as well. So Sensei needs to hit this chip if he wants to advance. Or even have a chance of advancing. Because if he ties Mrs. Sensei, they would just do another playoff. Oh my goodness, clutch. Literally clutch. I mean, he would sink that chip or go home. That's what it came down to. Hit that chip from the bunker or go home. When the lights are brightest, Sensei knows how to show up. And with that eagle, Sensei Junior is officially eliminated. However, he can still make a nice eagle to finish it off. And if Mrs. Sensei hits this, she will be tied with Sensei, so we will have to do another 3-hole playoff or play-in match. And that's a nice eagle. So there it is. It's going to be 4 under to 4 under. Tied for first, which means both Mrs. Sensei and Sensei going to a second play-in match here. It's going to be another 3-hole. I will see you when we start that match. Here we go, folks. Check these odds. For this match, the casino has also given you 100 Nintendo dollars. You are free to bet it however you like. So this will be the same format. It is a random seed 3-hole. Whichever one of these golfers wins will go through to the final to face off against Grandpa Chad in an 18-hole
Nice shot.
match. We have hole 10 here. We have 11 mile an hour right to left wind. I'm not going to lie to you, like, eagles can be hard to come by on this hole. However, pin on the left with right to left pin or wind, or pin on the right with left to right wind. I would say
Nice shot.
it's much better chance of getting an eagle with those conditions, and we do have one of those 2 conditions here today. And it's not strong wind. It's 11 mile an hour. It's the maximum possible wind you can get on hole 10 when you're playing an offline lobby. So if the golfers know that and have experienced this wind before, they might know the adjustment and they might be able to get eagles here. We will see.
Nice shot.
Bang!
Chip in
Literally bang. That was a beautiful chip-in eagle for Sensei. The perfect way to start off this this win or go home match. It was very nice too, nice to watch. So now all Mrs. Sensei has to do is just copy that stroke to also get the eagle. But if she misses, she would be one stroke down with only 2 holes remaining. So
Nice shot.
this is crucial right here. Bang.
Chip in.
Literally bang. Insane. 2 eagles to start off this match. That's crazy because, listen, normally if you're getting an eagle in hole 10, you have an advantage over your opponent, but not today. Not today. 5 and then 4. That is interesting. We have hole 5 here, then hole 4. It's 2 mile-an-hour
Nice
tailwind, so it is a tailwind, but it's not strong enough to be able to get onto the green in 2, then putt for an eagle. If you can hug the tree, though, you can get closer to the green. So Sensei's 268, and you know, he might be able to put it in pretty close to the green and just have like a really, really
Nice
short, I mean, maybe even putt. But, ooh, this Mrs. Sensei looks like she's going to hit the tree. Okay, hits the tree. She's going to be ending 282 away from the pin, but luckily, like if you hit this tree and your ball just drops down and the tree's blocking your stroke, you have to like
Nice shot.
putt the ball a foot to the left before driving, you instantly lose a stroke. So considering she hit the tree, that was a lucky lie. And pins, okay, this is interesting. Pin is in the front middle. Like Mrs. Sensei has a good chance at chipping in from there, and
Nice
Sensei is going to be even closer. You feel like this is a free eagle for Sensei, and maybe an eagle for Mrs. Sensei. I mean, it's not free, but it's... Let's see what Mrs. Sensei does here. Okay, 2 dots on the wedge, and yeah, not quite enough power there,
Nice
okay.
approach.
Still 4 feet remaining. And this is Sensei's chance. He's a lot closer. He just saw, her ball there, so... He should sink this eagle, and he should go up by 1 stroke. Oh, and he underpowers it. That was his chance after... I mean, he could have gone chip on 10 and chip on 5, but instead he just leaves it short. Okay, now that was also a suspect putt there. It was almost a shorted putt. But that is a birdie from Mrs. Sensei. And a birdie from Sensei in the second hole of this 3-hole decider. Hole 4 next. Hole 4 is tricky because we could see hole-in-ones and we could see pars. Like it's that kind of hole. So I don't know what's gonna happen here.
Nice shot.
Okay, close to full power with backspin. That's pretty good play. A little bit of a tailwind here. Ooh, it looked like he just rolled a foot to the right.
Nice on.
It was a close attempt. He's in for birdie though. It's no hole-in-one, and I don't think it's going to be a par. So, Mrs. Sensei now.
Nice shot.
Same strategy, a little bit under with backspin. Aim looks a lot better this time though. And doesn't get the spin.
Nice on.
Yikes, that's really bad. That is really bad. You could see what she was trying to do there. Just get some spin. And she had better aim than Sensei, so she might have... I don't know if it would have been a hole-in-one, but it would have been extremely close if she had got the backspin there. She has to sink this if she wants to keep it tied. She has to. That is heartbreaking if you're a Mrs. Sensei fan or a bettor. Doesn't get the spin, and then a lip. A lip on hole 4. Sensei with the birdie, that's going to put him at 4 under after 3. Mrs. Sensei will be at 3 under after 3. And what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is we have a Sensei versus Grandpa Chad final. So a pretty good performance today from both of these golfers. Sensei surviving 2 playoff rounds. The 18-hole final, you can expect that coming out next week. I already know it's going to be a banger. Maybe 2 weeks from now, we'll see. If you enjoyed this type of content, hit the like button, and I will see you guys in the next video.